Hello again, it's Noob, and what I have today is a review of the Sparrows Tuxedo lockpick set. I've been wanting to review on this for a long time actually, because when I get asked what sort of kits people should get if they are starting out lockpicking, and they want a pretty decent set, or they've had some rubbish sets and want to sort of upgrade to a newer set. I get a lot of people asking that question. I might do a video entirely on that subject. But in the meantime, one of the things I recommend people do is check out some of the Sparrows kits, in particular the Sparrows Tuxedo, which comes in at I think 39 Canadian dollars, about £23.50 at today's exchange rate or thereabouts. And I want to show you why I think people should maybe check this set out if they're looking for a kit which isn't going to cost the earth, but is a really solid starter kit. Okay, so what do we get? Well, you get choice of black and or this, I think they call it coyote or khaki. I went for this colour because, well, do you know what? I see so many black cases and I just like this. I think it looks a bit different, a bit more military maybe? I don't know. Got the Sparrows logo on, nice stitching. In terms of the case itself, it's actually pretty solid. It's got stiffening in the back, sort of this nice hook and eye strip, which is actually very strong, and double stitching where you need it at the ends. It's just a well thought out little pocket kit there. What do you get inside it for your £23.50 or 39 Canadian dollars? Well, you get some pretty cool stuff actually. And bear in mind, whenever I think about intermediate, sort of new/intermediate pickers, what they need, you just need your basic picks and your basic tension tools. And I think that this kit brings that to you. So the first thing you get in terms of tension tools is 3 different widths of Z wrench. You get a long end and a short end. Now, a lot of people do this. I know that my friend Yukov does this himself. It's a really great tip, is that on the thinner ones in particular, what you can do, if you feel brave, and knowing that you'll probably void a warranty doing so, but you can actually grind these down to about, just the short ends, to about 3mm. That'll allow you to hook into the tops of a keyway, providing you with a top of the keyway tensioner. In fact, I use a bit of wiper blade to do that exact same job, and it's sort of one of my all-time favourite tensioners. So if you're feeling brave, you can actually get a couple of top of the keyway tensioners out of these Z wrenches, so you get sort of bottom of the keyway and top of the keyway. So that's the Z wrenches or Z wrenches. Then we have the same thicknesses, 3 different thicknesses there, widths if you like, but these have a twist in. What does that do? Well, when these are in the bottom of the keyway and you're resting your finger on top of it, you actually end up having the flat edge on your finger, which actually conveys the feedback a lot better. The twist, I feel, it actually gives a bit more flex in the handle, which means you're less likely to over tension it. So again, maybe it doesn't, but it's sort of the way I think it feels when I'm using it, so I'm going to go with that. And if you disagree, then I guess that's what the comment section is for. Do you think the twists in tension tools actually add to their flex? Then of course we get on to the stuff which you really want when you're actually lockpicking, which is the lockpicks. I'm going to leave these 2 short hooks till last, and bear in mind all of this is for £23.50 minus of course we've got to add your shipping cost to it, but this is a real bargain. You get a load of picks, and most of them, bear that in mind, most of them are in 25 thousandths of an inch. Very nice thickness. It gets you into a lot of locks, but provides you with really good amount of strength. And Sparrows use a very strong steel. I think it's a max yield stainless. So what profiles do you get? Well, let's start with things which we instantly recognise. The bow guitar. It's a triple peak rake. It's used for rocking. It's used for raking. It's a really ubiquitous pick. It's in nearly every kit, and you just couldn't be without one. Then what do we have? We have one of my favourite profiles, actually, because it's very good for just you know, really scrubbing the pins without damaging them too much. And this is a really nice snake rake. And actually, if you look at the finish, the edges are just tumbled enough, just rounded enough. I wouldn't say that you'd need to, unless you really wanted to. You wouldn't need to sand these down and finish them off, I wouldn't say. And it's a nice snake profile, really cool, and gets you into a lot of locks if you like raking, that's for sure. Okay, what else we have? A small half diamond, very cool. If I put my fingernail across it, you can see that really you can treat it as a very shallow hook. So this is perfect at getting into those very, very, very small padlocks, very small locks, anything with a tight keyway where you don't need to lift the pins too high. Really nice for sort of getting in there and zipping open the smaller locks. It's sort of a classic profile, the small half diamond. It's not one I actually often use, but I know how popular the half diamond profile is. Then, of course, the classic city rake, a great rocking rake to get you into a lot of the lower security locks. When you first start out, you have so much fun with a city rake. In fact, I should really use my city rake more often. I forget how much fun they can be. Everybody seems to have forgotten about the city rake a little bit, but you know, it's such a fun thing. Then, so which you might not know, this is the offset hybrid. It's sort of like a deforest half diamond, but like a really shallow one. It, to me, actually acts a bit like a shallow hook, but it's got a sort of a broad tip. It's actually a pretty good pick, and it's good for people, I think, using sort of heavier tension. It's got a lot of fans, the offset hybrid. Okay, now on to one of the profiles that I use so much, nearly every day, which is the Sparrows short hook. But you don't just get one. You can see that one is definitely thinner than the other. You get 1 in 25 thousandths of an inch in terms of thickness, and 1 in 15 thousandths, which is really cool to have sort of a starter kit with 1 in 15 thousandths. Bearing in mind, of course, that if you are a beginner, you probably don't want to be using this until you are a competent picker, because of course there is, you know, a lot less strength in the pick due to the thinness of the material. But that being said, it's really cool for a sort of beginner/intermediate kit, because you will come across those very tight keyways, especially in Europe, which do demand a thinner profile. So that's really cool. Now, I was thinking about this. There are a couple of profiles in here that I would like to see. I would actually like to see a couple more profiles in here, but I was thinking, yeah, but are they necessary? And I actually think this is actually a really good place to start with. And if you got on with lockpicking, you know, you could actually get some additional picks, even some additional Sparrows picks. I would suggest the Sparrows worm to be one, a Sparrows medium hook, maybe, although I don't use it very often, a deep hook. And then if you want to, if you really get into lockpicking, you could even go to some of the more avant-garde style picks, like the Attila and the Lunatic and things like that. So yeah, that is really the Sparrows Tuxedo. Do you think that this is the best sort of starter kit that Sparrows do? Do you think it's a different starter kit that Sparrows do, which is even better than this? Do you have one of these? Do you like it? Have you done one of those mods yourself by shortening the Z wrench at one end? Let me know in the comments. I'm really, really interested to know. Also, yes, I will be giving this kit away at some point, so you will have to watch more of my videos to see when I'm going to do that giveaway. But I've got some more plans for this kit before I am ready to give it away. All right. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time.